Okay, welcome. What I'd like to show you today is how the unified data management platform that we offer comes together to allow you to do data integration, data quality, data profiling, and master data management all in the same development environment. So really we're expanding the data integration environment to have a complete data management tool that includes profiling, data quality, and MDM. And this environment is really key. It helps you manage data quickly without having to learn new environments and new tools. You can very easily switch between the profiling view and the data integration view and even the data quality view. So let's do that now. Let's switch over to the data profiling view and start to uncover some of the secrets that are within our data. So when I switch over to the data profiling view, I get the same Eclipse-based development environment that I got when I was looking at the data integration environment. But it does present some new things like the data quality repository. Here's where I can, access the previous reports that I've run, and I can access libraries full of tests and regular expressions that I can run against the data. And I can access the data itself through the metadata tab. In fact, if I look at the metadata and the database connections that we have, they're exactly the same connections that we had with our data integration tool. So we have one environment connected to the same databases that we have with data integration. So one of the things that I want to do first off, just to have a quick demo, is let's take a look at email. Email is really important because it generally speaks to the three major reasons why you'd want to do data quality in the first place. First, you want to make sure that the data is good enough so that you are optimizing revenue. So here we have email addresses, and when we send out email blasts, we have this ability to upsell and cross-sell. Emails impact revenue. We have compliance, and we have people contacting us and saying, I'd like to be removed from your list. If we have duplicate emails in our database, we're going to have trouble complying with the anti-spam laws that are around. So compliance is a reason why you do data quality. And then finally, efficiency. If we have a lot of duplicates and a lot of extra email addresses or bad email addresses, it really kind of slows things down in general within the company. So we want to make sure that we improve efficiency within the corporation. So revenue, compliance, efficiency, those are the three reasons why you want to take a look at email. So in order to look at email, what I'll do is I'll just kind of navigate down through my customer database into a database called TBI and select the email attribute. Now I've located the email attribute, the email column. All I really need to do is right-click and select Analyze in order to start this analysis. Okay, what Talent Data Quality is asking for right now is just for me to name the analysis. So I'm going to type in email analysis here for the name. If I wanted to, I could add in a description and some additional information about this analysis. If I was working in a team, this would be important information to have. But for now, I'm just going to add in the name of this profiling analysis. When you do any column analysis, really there are two things that you want to look at. First, you want to select the columns to analyze. And you can see that line down there. So we've already selected email here. We don't really need to select more columns, although we could if we wanted to add in additional columns here or look at correlations between columns, look at foreign key analysis, that type of thing. We could select additional columns here, but for now we're going to stick with column analysis. And then the second thing that we need to do is select the indicators for each column. Now an indicator is simply a test that you run against the data to verify it, and we have a whole bunch of tests that you can run. Some are included out of the box and some are downloadable from Talent Forge. So we have a whole lot of these that are submitted by the community and shared by the community as well. So I'm going to go ahead and select my indicators now. So first I'm going to take a look at some of the tests that you would run with any kind of data. So simple analysis that you would run on virtually any type of attribute you had, be it a name and address or be it part and pieces data, supply chain data, email, etc. I can look at things like row count, null count, distinct count, how many blanks we have, how many duplicates we have, some of the standard things that we might want to find out about any attribute in your database. So I'm going to go ahead and select all of these simple statistics. So for now, I won't run any additional statistics here, but I just want to point out there are some cool other stats that you can run. For example, pattern frequency statistics, the ability to look at patterns within your data. We can also look at frequency statistics. So here we can see what are the most common values that you have within any given attribute, and also the least common values. And then we have some text statistics that shows you things like minimum and maximum length, and that can give you a good idea whether you have values that are way outside the range of what should normally exist within any given attribute. And then finally, we can take a look at some of the things like mean and median. If you have numerical information within your data, that may be something that you want to analyze and run and understand as part of your analysis. But as I said, from here I'm just going to run some simple statistics. If you ever want to drill down and discover what each of these tests do, there's a nice help window right there on the right hand side that can walk you through some of the different tests that we run. Now, talent data quality also includes tests that you can run that are specific to the type of data that you have in any given column. So here I can definitely choose a pattern that would check the syntax of my email addresses. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go and select a regular expression, use a regular expression to check the syntax, make sure there's an at in the middle, and make sure there's a period and it ends in a standard extension, etc., etc. And I can do that by selecting a pattern. So here I'm just going to check email address, and it's just going to use a regular expression to make sure the syntax of our email complies with the standard syntax of the email. As you can see, we have a whole bunch of other tests that you can run against other specific data domains. If you want, you can download additional tests from the Talent Forge website. So our community contributes to this, and it really can help you get a good idea about the data that you have within your systems and whether it complies with some of the standard definitions for that data. So you see now I've set up our analysis. I've selected the columns that we want to analyze. I've selected the indicators for each of the columns. All I really have to do now is click on the running man and run this analysis. So I'm just going to open things up a little bit here and view the results of our analysis in a bigger screen. So you can see talent data quality gives us the results of those simple statistics that it ran. So we have a row count of 36, 34 email addresses. We have some of them are null. We have some of them that are duplicates. And so, we can kind of take a look and drill in on that. But that's all very valuable information for us to understand as part of the data quality process. It is interesting here that Talent has found some duplicates right away in the email, and so I'm going to come back to that. I'm going to take a look at first some of our other analysis and come back and see if we can get rid of those duplicate email addresses. Now, scrolling down a bit, I see when we get to the pattern matching, I see that 57% of the emails in our database are valid emails, and so that's good. 42.82% though are invalid emails. And so what I want to do is take a look at that and drill in on that data and see why those emails are invalid. What I'll do is just right click and say View Invalid Rows. And right away we can drill down and we can see the results of some of those bad emails. So you can see we have no .com extension, we have double ats, we have spaces, and all of these things are causing our emails to be invalid, bad emails. So one of the interesting things that Talon shows you here is the actual regular expression that is used to check the syntax. And here, if you're technical at all, you know that this regular expression takes a look and makes sure that it starts with a valid character, either upper or lowercase a to z. It has or has a number 0 through 9 to start. There's an @ sign in the middle, and again, you can kind of follow the pattern here that set out by this regular expression. These regular expressions are standard in the industry. They're available for you to download from Talon Forge and other sources on the internet, and it's a pretty standard way to do validation of virtually any data domain. Okay, getting back to our results now, you saw that we do have 7 duplicates here. So what if we were able to create a job that would eliminate duplicates based on email? What you can do with Talon Data Quality here is you can simply click on this duplicate count metric, right-click, and create a job that will allow you to remove those duplicates. So I right-click and say Remove Duplicates. So what Talon Data Quality has done is it has created a job in the DesignWorks studio, in the same data integration studio where you design your data integration jobs. Only this is a data quality job. It sets up the workflow so that it goes and accesses the MySQL database that we were analyzing. It uses a function called tUniqueRow, which actually separates the unique rows from the duplicate rows. And here we're putting the duplicate rows out into a delimited text file. So you can see how the unified data management platform of Talon comes together. We're able to take data profiling jobs, easily transform them into data quality jobs, and then leverage those data quality jobs right within a data integration job. So it's a seamless, unified data management platform that helps you really manage your data from beginning to end. Obviously, data quality problems get much more complex than this. And this is a really simple demo, but if that's something you're interested in, we can show you some additional features around Talon Data Quality, the things around fuzzy matching and data stewardship, around cleansing and standardizing your data. Those are all part of the tool that we can really get into if you want to do a follow-up demo. So thank you very much.